You have to start the day like that. You have to start your day doing what it is that fulfills your life's purpose. And then after that, don't worry. Everybody can wait. The text messages can wait. The emails can wait. But you're going to make maximum impact, and you're going to produce, and you're going to create, and you're going to make beautiful art, whatever that is for you, if you start the day like that.
Yeah. I was just kind of sharing with everyone that we got a chance to meet in person in Arizona at the Consumer Health Summit, so that was cool. And just it was interesting. And I know that we only have so much time, so I'll keep it short. I have team meetings every Monday morning, and we start them off by doing a gratitude share. We kind of go around the team and everyone shares something that they're grateful for. And one of the shares this morning was about technology. And I thought it was so great because normally tech is like an issue, or a problem, or I don't know, Mercury retrograde, something goes wrong, or the Wi-Fi doesn't work, and it's usually this association with tech. And the share was it was actually for my sister. She got a chance to reconnect with an old friend, but it just reminded me of we're able to do this because of tech. We're able to connect this way and to make all this information available to thousands of people, millions of people. That we would never get a chance to see in person and share their information with. So it was just really cool. And so just wanting to share that's part of why this is amazing too. Because
and even from what I understand, there's some companies working on, for example, Wi-Fi routers that will use a Hertz signal that's more like the Schumann resonance that the planet Earth emits, rather than a non-native EMF signal. Or they might be able to develop the same thing for Wi-Fi, or maybe
that's awesome. Like 528, like 432, like the Earth signal, or
Oh no, the Earth signal's like 7.8, or at the highest, the 100.
Oh, the highest one. You're not talking about the calming resonance. Okay.
No, I think there's some frequencies like love is 528 hertz, but those are pretty low power frequencies.
Yeah. Well, I get my V cells in a room that's at 850, so I'm down with the higher frequencies. But anyway, so we don't really have a topic, and I just wanted you to just come on, and I know we're just gonna free flow. Most people on here know who you are, but in case not, if you want to just give them a quick 1 or 2 liner about you and your background, and I don't know if you want to talk about some of your new projects you've been working on. I was sharing it's kind of cool that you're like a dad of twins, which I didn't really know until we were chatting in person in Arizona. So give us, for the newbies out here, there's a couple thousand people on. I'm sure a few of them are newbies to you. Maybe you could share with us a little bit of your background and what you're working on now.
Sure. Well, originally I was a personal trainer and a nutritionist, with a degree in biomechanics and exercise physiology. And now mostly I do a lot of content. I have a few books on Amazon, like Boundless, and then I have a podcast over at bengreenfield.com. And really, I kind of changed my life's purpose because I think everybody should have like a really good life purpose, right? You should be able to leap out of bed and just be able to say, snap, in one sentence, what it is that's getting you out of bed that morning, your ikigai, or your plan de vida, as they might say in Sardinia. And so, the development of your life purpose is often based on the type of things you like to do when you were a little kid, the kind of things that make time go by really fast for you now, that put a smile on your face, that make you feel what they might call self-actualized. And, my life purpose really for the longest time was to serve the people who followed me, to inspire people to live an adventurous, joyful, or fulfilling life, or to teach people, or to educate people, or to learn and turn around and disseminate that information. But really, and then this kind of leads into your question about what it is I'm working on right now. My purpose right now, I've realized, is my faith and my family. Those are the two things that matter to me most right now. So, my life purpose is to to love God through prayer and worship, and to love my family through preparing and providing for them. And so that's really what I'm most interested in right now is primarily like the spiritual disciplines, like preparing your spirit and your soul for everything that life might throw at you. Because it doesn't matter how fit you are, how smart you are, if this part of you is really not taken care of through things like meditation and breath work and journaling and prayer and silence and solitude and all these things that we sometimes get so disconnected from because it's so easy to just work on aesthetics or your smarts when those things really are only temporarily fulfilling. And then, the other thing that I'm really focused on right now, in addition to learning and teaching spiritual fitness, right? What do you do when you wake up in the morning? And what do you prioritize when you wake up in the morning? Is it getting to the gym? Is it, making your superfood smoothie? Is it reading or training your brain? Or is it gratitude, as you talked about earlier, Serena? Or prayer, or meditation, or devotion, or breath work, or all these things that have to come first. Those have to bookend the day, right? So you start every day, and this is what I do. I start every day with gratitude and with writing down who I'm going to help or pray for or serve that day. My sons and I, we sit together, we read the Bible, and we pray, and our whole family meditates together. And then at the end of the day, we do this really powerful practice. It's called self-examination. And what that means is you close your eyes and you play your whole. I can't close my eyes because I'm on my walking treadmill right now in my office. I go flying off the back of this thing, but bear with me here. You close your eyes and you play your whole day like a movie in your mind. And you watch yourself like a third-person character, and you're watching that person live out their day, and you're asking, well, what good did that person do while I'm watching? Where was I really proud of them? Where was I pulling from? Where were they the hero, right? What could I have done better this day? Meaning, like, where did that person kind of seem like maybe the villain of the movie, or they were making a dumb mistake, or I wanted to leap through the screen and say, no, don't do that stuff. And then, where was I most purpose-filled? Right, at what point of the day was I really connected to my life's purpose? And obviously, you need to have a life's purpose to be able to identify that. It's a very powerful practice. Examination, self-examination at the end of the day. Some of the world's most powerful politicians, philosophers, authors, and meaningful people of history have always ended or begun their day with some process of self-examination. So you bookend the day with gratitude, or with service, or with prayer, or with meditation, and you end the day with self-examination. So that's one thing that I'm really focused on right now in my life and focused on teaching my family. And then the other thing is I'm writing a book right now on parenting. And my sons are only 13 years old. It's like, who am I to write a book on parenting, right? They might be, they could be in prison when they're 20. I don't know. Maybe I'm making all mistakes. But I thought, so many people have asked me about parenting, about family, even about being a husband, about being a father. And so I thought, well, I might not have all the answers, but I know a lot of people who do. So I'm writing a parenting book kind of in the style of Tribe of Mentors or Tools of Titans, where it's a whole bunch of amazing parents whose children I've seen and I know to be really, really solid kids. I'm asking these parents all the questions and just collecting and curating all this information about how we can raise good, resilient, creative, free-thinking individuals who are going to grow up to make this world a better place, because that's what the world needs right now. Because I don't know if you noticed, but to me, it kind of seems like right now, we've got a lot of sheeple. We've got a lot of followers. We've got a lot of people who are swallowing hook, line, and sinker, the status quo. And we instead need to be equipping ourselves to raise a generation who's actually going to do meaningful things and who's not just swallow everything that some politician tells them or some scientist tells them without actually looking into things for themselves, right? Because the most important thing you can teach a human being right now in this information era we're just flying at us from the news, from the internet, from social media, is not how to consume information, not how to memorize information, but how to filter information, right? How to sift through information and understand through their worldview, through their lens, and through their filter, what actually makes sense and is logical and right, and what is basically manipulation or poor data or fake news or whatever the case may be. So those are the two things I'm working on right now: is spiritual fitness and parenting and family.
That's so beautiful. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. I can tell that there's so many people here that are in alignment with that. And clearly you and I very much are in alignment with that. And just how when you're really grounded into your practice, and grounded into that gratitude and having a higher level of consciousness and self-awareness, it really gives you the tools to see things through a clear lens, and to really get to have a grounded perspective of what's happening around you and the information that we're getting in and how we do sift through that. So thank you for sharing that. We're very much in alignment with that. And it's really, I also think it's so synchronistic and synergistic that you brought up these points, because I just did a live earlier today with Dr. David St. Clair for our longevity lifestyle series. And some of the things we did focus on actually was purpose, and how important it is to have this sense of purpose, like especially for longevity, and having that really beautiful, important connection, with your community, whether it's your family, your chosen family and beyond, and having those really, those powerful, intimate relationships that you have with others. And also, of course, I focus on breath work and breathing and meditation, how these are all, they're fundamental to having a lifestyle that's healthy and grounded, and having longevity in that sense.
Yeah, and you made a very, very good point just now that I don't want people to miss. You talked about how it gives you clarity. And that's important, Serena. I'm glad you made that point, because that's why this has to be at the beginning of the day. That's why you can't be like, because I've at times read, do it when you can, during your lunch hour, before dinner, before bedtime, sit, breathe, meditate, focus on what you're grateful for, close your eyes, visualize your day and what you're going to be doing. And at the end of the day, it's great to visualize what you have done. But we live in an era where distractibility and information and doing and checking all the boxes is so easy to do, that if you don't start the day by clearing with a blank slate and by going into this battle that we all fight, all those lions jumping out from the email inbox in our computer, and all the phone calls and all the people demanding your time, and all the text messages that you can't turn off. It's so annoying, you can't even save them. Like, you get an email, you just got to reply to it, people get pissed. Like, if you try to do all of that and you don't start the day with that breath of clarity, well, I have news for you. How you live your day is how you live your lives. I didn't come up with that. I don't know who did. But it's a great saying, because if you start to stack every day like that, eventually you get to the end of the week and you've checked a lot of boxes. And you get to the end of the month and you've checked a lot of boxes. You get to the end of the year and you've checked a lot of boxes. But at the end of the day, the week, the month, the year, all of a sudden you look back and you've never actually pursued your purpose in life, your unique skill set in life, your true authentic self, and not who the world expects you to be. So the way that you pull that off is you have to start every day by connecting to your life's purpose. Then you can filter everything through that. And you can also have a lens of clarity and peace as you tackle everything that's put across your plate. And you can prioritize effectively what it is that's going to be the best use of your time, is to make maximum impact on this world with the unique purpose that you've been given in life, and what is just going to be responding and reactionary. And then one last tip I'll give you regarding that is, if you can, and I do this, I suppose, unless you count an Instagram Live, I do this. I save all the reactionary, responsive, other people's time, that type of stuff, until the afternoon or the early evening. And I prioritize the stuff that really focuses on my life's purpose. Now, today's a little bit unique. I sometimes get up early. So I've been up since about 3 a.m. this morning. Sometimes I just have a lot of stuff I got to crush. So I get up early. So I'm done with all my deep purpose driven stuff already. But basically, You have to start the day like that. You have to start your day doing what it is that fulfills your life's purpose. And then after that, don't worry. Everybody can wait. The text messages can wait. The emails can wait. But you're going to make maximum impact, and you're going to produce, and you're going to create, and you're going to make beautiful art, whatever that is for you, if you start the day like that.
Yes. I love it. Thank you so much for this. This is what we need to remind people of all the time. This is great for me to hear. I'm in alignment with you, but it's so true because it's so easy to get distracted. And when you're grounded in your purpose and you have that clarity, you don't get those distractions. Something that I often say to my community, my clients, my friends, is just looking at something for exactly what it is. Not better, not worse, not what you fear that it is, not what you hope it to be. Just looking at something through clear lens as it at exactly what it is. And then you're able to create what it is that you want. But you have to be able to look at a situation or anything with clear lenses. And the way you do that is really running into your day.
Right. And to come full circle, your guest earlier, I wasn't on, but who was grateful about technology. Right now, we can pair the magic of technology on that. Right now, you can wear an infrared light headset that produces alpha brainwaves, or you can be meditating, bathe in infrared light, and then do your breath work in the sauna, and then go jump in like an ice tub or a cold pool, and stand on a grounding mat while you're working during the day, and have blue light glasses or earpieces, and do all these things that utilize technology to amplify this even more. Because I'm pretty sure that if some monk on a pristine Himalayan mountaintop knew that they could biohack themselves into that alpha brainwave zone, 20 or 30 or 60 minutes faster, they probably would. And so you can stack technology on top of these more ancient or religious or spiritual tactics, and that's what I do. Then you've got the best of both worlds.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I do the same. I was just with the New Fit guys yesterday in Austin, and that was great. I don't know if you've tried their device, but I love it. And then I do a lot of this
relationship with that thing. It's out of my garage.
You're what?
I said I have a love-hate relationship with that thing. It's out in my garage. That electrical stim device.
Yeah, well, I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, it's my first time using that, but I totally agree with you when it comes to stacking. Same thing with my lights and brain tap and my PMF mat. There's all these things that we can do to really stack and amplify some of these very simple, basic, ancient practices. So I think, and Ben's been so generous. He's already been on with us for 20 minutes. But, big takeaway is that there are things that you can do that don't cost you a thing. Sitting and getting grounded into your day to start your day in gratitude and having clarity doesn't cost a thing. That doesn't even really cost you time, So these are practices that you can take away and do this right away, and then you can stack them. You can stack them with cold therapy. That is really not a high cost thing. And there are, of course, all kinds of biotech devices that you can also stack. But it's really about doing that, taking what is easily available and accessible to us. Meditation, gratitude is something that doesn't cost a thing, and then stacking with some biohacking tools that you'll find here, but also you'll find if you follow Ben, which many really do.
Yeah, and related to that, and then the last tip I'll leave people with is, when you hear about these things, if some of this resonates with you, understand that even though, as Serena just noted, a lot of these things are free, sometimes to radically change your habits, you must radically change your environment. If you find cognitive resistance to meditating and journaling in the morning, go buy yourself a beautiful organic, cotton or hemp meditation cushion that's beautiful, and carve out a space in your house where you can sit on that and buy yourself maybe a little bit nicer leather-bound journal that's more like $30 than the $5 moleskin one, and invest in just a few little things. Carve out a special place in your house. Give yourself a few maybe really nice pen that you normally otherwise wouldn't have purchased. Those seem like silly things, but they really, with our weird human, irrational psychology, they can really be the difference. So you invest in a few of these things, carve out a space in your house, change your environment, and that can be the little nudge that you need to start to do these things on a daily basis. So don't underestimate the power of changing your environment and your tools to start down the road to setting some of these habits in.
That was such a great piece of advice. Thanks so much for that, Ben. Such a great reminder, and kind of a great way to tie this up. And before I let you go, I just want to say congratulations, on this new project that you're on, and we're really excited. I'm excited. I want to get updates on the book. I'm not yet a parent myself, so I know that this book would be a tool for me as well when I get to that point. And just thank you so much for spending the time with us today. I really appreciate it, and I honor you and your time and time taken away from your family or something else that you might be doing. So just sending love to that little baby goat. Is the dwarf goat that might need a little extra love and healing. And just thank you so much for being with us. Really.
All right. Much love, you guys. Much love. I love you all. Thank you, Serena. I'll catch you guys later.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
For sure.
Bye.